Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's Monday, September 16, 2024. Today is step 24, Libra Day. I'm a Libra, so I'm very happy when Libra hits. Also, Libra season's coming up, so can't wait. How is you feeling, everyone? Type in the comment where you guys are tuning from and your mood. Full moon in Pisces is coming. We're finding this emotional balance. Hopefully, I can see in people and myself, so many things are happening. It's crazy. This is a time to shift. This is a time, whatever's happening in your life, it's all for the good, and we all, hi, happy camper, Michelle. We all have power to flip the narrative in a second. And can we just be an alchemist? Can we turn everything, all the dirt into gold? That's the vibe of the day and all the everyday. How you guys feeling? I'm happy to be online. Good day, Ikue. I've been tired, very busy last 5 days. Oh, yes. That's why I didn't see you, Lee. I just put a little bit of oil in my hair just to get myself organized. I'm going to the woods for a week to focus on deep change. That's a very interesting thing to do. Are you going to a retreat or something, or you're just going to stay in the woods for a week yourself? That's very fascinating. That's yeah, I am, you know, so many things are happening in my life emotionally too. But I'm like telling myself that whatever we are going through right now, it's not about this person did something to us or this job or career organization. Is literally like sometimes I have to stop myself. Like, okay, is this happening? This person is an asshole. But then it's like, am I like using this opportunity to release something from the past life? I feel like it's like everything is all like, it's like, how do you say it? Mingle, from past life and current life and childhood and everything all in one. And it's like, okay, this looks like this right now, but it's like, am I looking from the right perspective even? It's like, there's multiple perspective and timelines. It's like, what am I learning here right now? It's like, it's crazy. I have property and we are slowly clearing land and we'll build a cabin next year. I have a trailer there. Wow, Michelle, that sounds very fascinating and very, very exciting. We're finding a tribe, right? And every time I go teach Fascia Universe class in Vancouver, I show up with the intention of building the community, literally. And I started to say this in my class that whatever it looks like I'm the one teaching, but it's literally we are co-creating and transmuting the energies together. And however we transmit depends on the people who are participating uh, in the class. So and in order for us to have a beautiful, amazing class, it depends on our open heart, how receptive we are at the moment in time during class. So let's really, and also body carries tension and trauma until until we're ready to release it. But also at the same time, we hold all those tension until our body is safe to release. So the sense of safety, I started to really talk about. Sense of safety is so important more than ever. Can we create a sense of safety? I've been talking about inner peace. It's the same thing. Sense of safety, feeling safe within our body, within our mind, and even when our mind is rushing in fear, going all sorts of places. But and also if we get together or meet people or on the street when you see homeless people or lots of police officers, it's like, and then we get triggered, right? It's like our mind tried to protect us. It's like it's safe. And as much as it's very important to use your discernment and listen to intuition, but also we all have programming, right? And programming that everything out there is not safe if you're raised like that. I think it's how I was raised was very similar to basically living fight or flight. I have to watch out for what I'm doing and, be careful with what I'm doing. And I know someone whose parents were Holocaust. And when I heard that, everything made sense for me. It's like, that's why you have to act in a way. It's all programming, right? This person, whose parents were Holocaust, growing up, she wasn't allowed to go outside, after school. It's like, please stay here. You can't go outside and play with friends. They can come here, but you can't go there, you know. And also, like, so this person couldn't join any type of activities outside after school. So the only thing she was allowed to was to take piano lesson, so that teacher come to the house and she get to enjoy her art. So all those little things affect our sense of safety. And so let's just, know that whatever's happening in our life, we're powerful alchemists. We have ability to turn dirt into gold. Then we don't have to worry about anything else, maybe like walking on the street. And, not to say that just go to dangerous places, but when you come across like triggering situations, like even like I've seen lots of more homeless people just wandering around in town, and I noticed my body tightens up, right? But it's like, okay, I am safe and protected. It's my mantra. I am safe and protected. I'm not saying that all homeless people are, sort of, good or bad. It's just, talking about programming. I'm struggling to know the difference between if my heart isn't happy with a choice or if fear is allowing my mind to tell me I don't like it. Yeah, 100%. I'm same with you. I'm gonna read again. I think it's super important. I'm struggling to know the difference between if my heart isn't happy with the choice or fear is allowing my mind to tell me I don't like it. Sometimes I always talk about how loud our mind is. It's just the voice is so loud. Fight or flight. It's anger, frustration. Let's make decisions right now. Let's have a talk. And if you couldn't make that talk happen, for example, if you have some sort of way emotion built up and you need to talk to somebody, and then if you couldn't have that talk right away, but you holding those thoughts and emotions, but then if the time passes, if you're not able to talk to that person with a particular topic, and you can feel all this like crippling up strong emotion kind of dissipates. It's like, but I still need to have that talk. I still need to have that talk. But at the same time, I guess it's nice to calm down and talk it out instead of just holding that thought. Maybe like that's not very, because when we are angry, we say stuff that we don't mean, and it's crazy, right? Like, have you experienced and you catch yourself when the mouth is like mouthing, and then like and your spirit is somewhere else. It's like let the mind run the show, and then you can't, once you kind of hit that exhale, like you can't really stop it anymore. Just let that mouth just talk, and it just pay the consequences, and mend that topic afterwards. But everything happens for a reason, right? And just yesterday, out of all the stuff that I've been going through, I just tell myself again and again and again, I'm going to be kinder to myself. I am going to, kinder to myself, be kind to myself, more loving to myself, more kind. And sometimes that's all that is, and surrender. And, my mind is just talking all the time, and I don't even know if that's true anymore. Sometimes mind is it's like, that's why we need to calm down our nervous system. But also, is this true for me? And it's true, my feelings are all valid, and what I'm feeling, the feeling that I get from the situation is all true. But okay, I acknowledge it, and I am going to address it. I am going to express it. But am I going to make that ultimate decision? Is this person going to be in my life still? Or is there any way, it's like I think there's so many possibilities. And you don't have to resonate with everything I say, but I think we're all going through such a huge quantum leap that some people are gonna fall out from your life, right? We're all choosing timeline. I'm not saying that we're the highest timeline. We're all here, we're all learning, and we're all sort of falling apart. But what falling apart is not us. We need to remember that. But we are learning, and we all making mistakes. Steve Joy always says, listen to your heart, but I have a project I believe is heart-based, but sometimes I question it. So is my heart saying it doesn't like it, or my heart expressing fear? Going to be an interesting week. So here comes Michelle. I think this will really help. So my Chiron is in 16 Taurus, and I got the opportunity to briefly got my astral chart by Sensei Christopher. And like I'm thinking about my past life wounds. It's like, okay, somewhere I failed, right? Like Chiron is where I failed, and my Chiron is the same degree and a sign as my whole story, which is my midheaven. So my past life wounds is exactly what I came here for. That's my chart, and super powerful, and I'm acknowledged that. So I'm exactly working on the area that I failed last time, and I'm so determined to flip the narrative this time. I am not going to repeat, and that's a boundary, strong boundaries. And I asked him, why do you think I talked to Sensei Christopher. I keep asking myself where I felt in past life. Did I not listen to my heart? Because in Serious Joy, we all talk about love yourself more. Open your heart, listen to your heart, right? Did I not open my heart last time? And what he said was, no, I think your heart was open. That's what he said. I think your heart was open. But then, okay, 16 Taurus. So 16, 1 represent love, and 6 represent Libra, I balance, and net to 7, 1 plus 6, 7. So that's about I sense. It's about intuition. So how he interpret my past life wounds was, okay, I think your heart was open, but you failed to listen to intuition. That's when I kind of just had to go through some paradigm shift, because I always thought that, okay, as long as I just listen to my heart, because we always say, a lot of healers say, open your heart. This is how you can resolve, your issues, and everything sort of fall into place. But okay, so past life, I listened to my heart, right? But I failed. What's up with that, right? And then so I started to really think about the differentiation of voices coming from the mind, which is super loud, right? Fight or fear. Like normally just wanted to take immediate action. I think that's the voice from my mind per se. And the heart, the voice from my heart is so soft and so subtle. And so I've been, for the past lives, Instagram lives, I started to talk about, okay, let's really calm down ourselves, and let's learn to listen to this subtle, soft voice that normally being suppressed, and we don't even listen, right? Okay, that's a voice. And there's a voice okay, this is just my thing. And I think there's a voice from my feelings. And feelings, all feelings are valid, right? But definitely we feel feelings from our past programming and the programming that are getting old, out of date. And some patterns that we don't want to take to the next chapter of our life. And we do have feelings over it, right? So, and then some feelings that we get is from our heart. So I feel like the voices, like the pay attention to the feeling that we get, it's mixture of both, mixture of truth and mixture of false, and all feelings are valid. So I think it's we have a power to choose what kind of feelings stay kind of in our body. Well, at the end of it, we can also think that nothing we should be holding on to, right? Let it all flow, let it all flow, nothing to hold on to. But then we all have preferences, right? Joy makes me feel good, and sadness makes me feel like this. Anger makes me feel like, it's like I want to take action. Maybe we need that. I appreciate, I'm learning to appreciate all emotions, all feelings, because it helps me move forward and makes me stop and pause. It's like, wait a minute, do I like this, right? So I think oftentimes maybe Michelle feels that way. It's like, okay, I thought this is a heart-based project. I'm going with this, and my heart said yes, yes. I think it's the same thing with the relationship. My heart says yes, yes. But thinking about my lesson from my Chiron, okay, am I listening to my intuition? Am I listening to my intuition? And maybe intuition said, okay, this project is not ready to come to an fruition. Maybe at least for now, right? And or maybe this relationship is not good for me in a sense from this perspective. But my heart said yes, yes. So now my mind is in a way, right? Mind is always trying to protect us. It's as if my head is literally the movie, Pixel movie Inside Out. It's like my mind is in here. Okay, so it's like, how can we fix this? Okay, should we be angry? Just have a talk. But sometimes maybe having that talk inside is the answer. Maybe not taking any action is the answer. Not changing anything is the answer at the moment, because as I think truth changes, right? What we think is true is it's like what is true in our world is that we are, I believe that we're children of God, we're forever safe, protected, and loved. I think that's the truth. Then, and then this won't change. That's the center. That's our core. But when we go through life, our truth changes, our interaction changes. So we are learning to be fluid and adaptive. Nothing else is, should be stagnant. It's everything changing. So how we can adapt to change, having that strong core of who we really are, what do we believe in, what we become, right? So I like to believe that I'm forever blessed and safe and protected and loved, and I'm, like abundant. And this is what we need to work on. This is what we've been working on, because that core has been very much unstable for us for thousands of years from past life and all of that, because of the experience that we had to go through. And I'm sorry to myself that I had to go through, but we need to forgive our past. And we don't even remember what exactly happened. I'm talking about past life, or maybe childhood, maybe discomfort, uncomfortable feeling that we get. We had no choice over it, but we know better, so we can do better. I think Maya Angelou said, right? So I think it's really working on the core so that we have this line of chakra, right? Anchor, anchor, so that we're here, but because our core is so solid, adaptive, fluid, and rigid, not rigid, solid. So we can adapt, we can change, and right? So going back to our topic of voices from our feeling, voices, that's a mixture of truth and false. And the heart is the answer. But the heart idea probably needs to be supported by intuition. Intuition is just an idea, right? Inspiration. And the inspiration we perceive can be truth. Here comes another truth. And sometimes it's false because it's like depending on where our frequency, we're constantly perceiving. We think, but we are actually perceiving. So might as well, let's really work on ourselves to clear our fascia, clear our lens, so that we can perceive things without distortion, right? So I think it's nice to have more than one judge when the emotions comes, when the energy comes. Okay, what does my heart has to say? What does my feeling has to say? And then what does my mind has to say? Okay, well, let's just like hold space for mind too. And then what does my intuition has to say? Is there any filters that we need? Is there any judges we have to have? So I think we need to listen to my heart and ask our intuition and ask our feelings and ask our mind. Because, I mean, it's Trinity, right? I talk about four things, but I think we all need to work together. Otherwise, my mind says something. Sorry, my heart says something. My mind says something else, and intuition says something else. If here comes this a little bit of fireworks happening, and sometimes it's a war happening right inside our head. It's like this, and in order for us to find a perfect harmony, you know, I was doing the journal the other day. I mean yesterday. I want to find a good balance. And it's like good balance is not enough for me anymore. I want perfect balance. I wrote it down. I want perfect balance. Interesting. Then that means my Chiron said my past life. I didn't believe in myself. 3 degrees Aries. Yeah, 3 is believe. I believe Aries. So um, so Michelle, you have Chiron in 3 Aries, then maybe you fail to believe and take actions in a past life. That's a very superficial thing that, yeah, I just said it. Guess I better start believing hardcore in myself, right? Yeah, hardcore believing myself. Like, okay, you know, we can, like, we all have obsession over something. Sometimes, like, okay, this is a trend, human garage. But if your trend becomes just a trend, then it's still temporary, right? When you practice more and practice more, your trend, your thing right now becomes more permanent. The only way to get there is repetition, right? So when you start Fascia maneuvers, okay, this is cool. I love it. Okay, I feel good in my body. And then you gotta start practicing so it becomes your lifestyle, right? Yeah. I never thought of it like that. Listen to the difference of the voices in my head. Love it. Yeah, yes, yeah, I agree. Should we do a heart opener maneuvers to share the powerful heart healing energy? Yeah, yes, yes, I love it. It's such a journey to listen to what parts of me needs to be heard. Yeah, I think it's, you know, if you're not aware, our thoughts, our feelings all mush together. You know, it's like an adhesion of fascia. It's like I don't know how to differentiate all of these things because there is not much wisdom there. We just didn't have right tools, right? And at first, I learned through my own healing journey. It's like, okay, you gotta open your heart. It's like, what do you mean? My heart is open. And then I learned that it's like, but I felt, we all feel in our healing journey when the heart opens. We think our heart opens, but maybe we have a degree of our heart opening every day, right? When you wake up, your heart is maybe here. When you wake up someday, so your heart is here, right? But I know when my heart opens up, it's literally like the sensation of coming through my heart. It's like, whoa. that's when I know my heart is open. So yeah, let's do some heart opener. Fireworks celebrating your words of wisdom. Yes, thank you, thank you. But I'm just find that this is the key. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't come out. I thought it was this. That's funny. Instagram is so funny, you know. Yeah, I think I'm shadow banned, but it's okay. But I'm trusting. I'm keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And then sometimes if you can't push it, you just have to pull. But just trusting that you're still moving forward. You know, it's all about how you think. So now let's rub our hands. My mind is happier. I am driving through the mountains and I keep losing the light. That's all good. I'm just like rubbing my hands so that I create some heat. Let's clap our hands. We're gonna do some heart and brain opener, coherence, find that perfect harmony. I think it's okay. Nothing is perfect in this world, but I think it's okay to use that word perfect in every moment. That perfect changes and changes the shape. That moment never comes back, right? There's only one moment, moment after moment. And I would like to say that each moment is perfect. And each moment will seize the moment, you know. Let's set the intention that each moment is so beautiful, each moment is so rich, so fulfilled, and each moment is so vibrant, and this each moment is just so perfect. Even when you hear the siren or beeping sound, what's happening? But everything is good. Okay. So before, let's place your right hand on your heart and left hand on top of your head. Energy circulates through our heart and our brain, through our brain. And when I first started to do this, when I was introduced to Human Garage, I thought it was really funny because it's like, like I just want to like place, you know, my both of my hands on my heart. But as I'm going through this journey, there was a time that I kind of just, you know, ignore or just trying to ignore my mind. It's like, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I'm just going to only listen here. Then you know, there's a fascia human growth supplements, fascia fuel. And fascia fuel is put you into ketogenesis right away in a matter of 20 minutes. And keto is a great state where you can weight loss easily, burn fat, and also great for cognitive function. And I heard from the inventor of this fascia fuel, who's the same guy as who made that Howard Kirk, also our new product Fascia release, and his dad got a mini stroke, and he gave his dad full pills of fascial fuel. And before that, he wasn't able to remember his name, phone number, and address, and and then he was able to. So I'm like, since then, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start taking full pills of fascia fuel. And what I noticed when I started to take fascia fuel every single day, I noticed that brain function, like cognitive function. Like, you know, I think a lot of people take mushroom like lion's mane. There's so many tools and food that you can take to make your brain really work faster. I realized that this is equally important as our heart. It's about the balance. It's about the harmony. It's about the peace. Otherwise, inside of our head, there's a lot of there's a lot of war happening. My mind says something, and there's my mind says something else. My heart, my feelings, and intuition. So differentiate the tone of the voice, differentiate the tone of the voice and the texture of the voice. Each voice voice comes from our heart. This is what it feels like. The feelings that I have throughout the day, and the intuition that comes, inspiration that comes. And inspiration can be a little tricky because you could be listening to wrong inspiration too. So the energy comes, an idea comes. Okay, is this an intuition, or is this just the random inspiration, right? And you can go through the heart to use your discernment. And then we have energy, emotions. So we'll talk about that. But let's focus on our heart and our brain and our mind. And we're coming back to our heart. And let's just find a perfect balance between these two. So let's do 6 breaths. Breathe through your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Hello, mind. Hello, brain. Thank you for protecting me. I don't need this protection in my life anymore. I don't need this fight or flight defense response anymore. I have nothing to fear because I am embodying the fact that I am a child of God, universe, the higher power, and I am expanding as the universe is expanding. And I am every day learning more about how strong, powerful, cared, loved, safe I am. I have nothing to fear. I find my inner peace. If something happens, I know how to come back to my peace, reminding myself that I'm safe and protected, loved, cared, and forgiving. And I know that, most importantly, I am an alchemist. It's everything seems negative at first, but I know that I'm a powerful alchemist, having the ability to turn any dirt into gold. So it's all good. It's all good. Even when I make mistakes, it's all good. If something is crumbling, it's all good. Now, hello heart, you're in charge. I honor you. I honor your soft, subtle voice within throughout the day, every day. This is where I can find my inner peace. This is where everything falls into the right place, the perfect place. Thank you for being here. Sorry about numerous times that I ignored you, but I know that you're here, and I'm going to let you rise and shine every day. And I am here to listen to you. I love myself. I forgive myself. I show more compassion, patience, and love towards myself and towards others. We're all figuring out. Nothing is perfect, but everything is perfect right here, right now. I am finding more perfect balance in my life, in my fascia, in my body, in my mind. And this harmony within myself is the most important thing in the whole world. Because if my inner world is in perfect harmony, outside world is going to reflect that back. So I know and embody this feeling forever and ever. And this or something more and something better. Thank you. Let's add our names. Ikue Ueno. You can tell your name. Ooh, that was beautiful. I would like to post that. How are you guys feeling? That was a powerful affirmation. We're all learning to let our blue sky, our sunshine in our mind, in our thoughts, in our heart. Yeah, thank you. So today is a Libra day. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Janine. And Libra Day 24 Virgo, opening to an authentic future. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. You may be healing from a spiritual issue becoming resolved or from a physical illness you fell under. Virgo is a time of the year it's easiest to manifest a sickness in the body that directly reflects an issue being ignored in life. Both examples are caused by a failure to love oneself at the high enough level. Venus opposing Chiron triggers one to shift their relationship to the world or groups to reflect, aiming for what one agrees with, versus pushing one's way to fit in or follow the top dog. This ancient technique for authenticity will be challenged by the universe. Oh, sorry. This ancient technique for authority will be challenged by the universe through public conflicts. The moon in Pisces brings emotional forgiveness. Yeah, we're already feeling that full moon in Pisces. That's the full moon tomorrow, and emotional forgiveness is the answer. And once you felt the emotion, sometimes express it in a safe way. Maybe you don't even have to talk to the person. Just know that it's forgive ourselves for bringing that situation, not knowing, not having that right, you know good boundaries within ourselves. And all emotions are beautiful. I'm very smiley, but I don't need to smile all the time. Sometimes like this, sometimes like this, right? And I accept all parts of myself are equally important, may not equally beautiful, may not equally look beautiful. That's okay, right? And fully radically accept myself because that's the only way, right? Sometimes you literally look like shit, and it's okay, it is what it is. You don't want to be in the camera when that happens, and that's okay. Or maybe you feel brave enough to go up on the camera when you look like shit, and it's okay. Just show up as you are because I used to think that, okay, this is my good angle, this is good bad angle, that sounds like Mariah Carey, but you can hide. You, like, when you go up on stage, I'm a dancer, I've been a performer for a long time, and I love being a performer. Over the years, I'm slowly changing the way I show up on stage, the way I show up on Instagram. I do have my insecurity. We all have our insecurity, but this is me. Sometimes I look better. Sometimes I look like shit. But I trust that it's all good, right? Um, so today is a creative rest receiving day. Your heart and feelings are coming together to evaluate, feel through, and weigh all your options for the future. Your ego and push energy may want to make an official move today. Interesting. Your ego and push energy may want to make an official move today, but it's best to use this day to evaluate instead of take action. So remind yourself, some days are super good to take action, when you go against the current energy of the astral, not to say that we're being controlled by that, but it's that there's a lot of advantage following the energy and going with the current rather than going against, right? So today is Libra Day. Today is a finding day. This is not an action day. But if you want to take action, go ahead. If you're adventurous like that, channel your action energy into nurturing and comforting yourself today. I think that's a wise thing to do. It's your choice. Step 24 is a combination of your feelings, step 2, and where they belong, 4. Thus, the entire day involves taking in how you feel about something and feeling the position your heart takes on the matter. So feel something, right? Feeling the position and ask your heart, okay, I have this feeling. What do you think about this, heart? Judge heart, right? And yes, that's what you do. This type of exercise requires that your life be in a quiet and protected state. Because if you're not in a quiet state, that's when the judge mind comes there to protect you. But your boundaries must be clear as to not let in foreign energy that may sway your opinion, right? And you must clear your own field of energies or opinion that could throw you analysis of balance. I think that's why I stop asking for advice a lot of times, because friends are doing their thing and they have their programming, they have their wounds, and as much as like we have soul sisters and like sisters, and then like soul tribe, and then when I think like this, you have to think like it. That's when you are who you surrounded with, right? But I don't have that much tribe anymore per se. Like I have this tribe that I'm building in Vancouver that everyone's welcome. Everyone from all walks of life is welcome. And let's just create the sense of safety. I see you, you see me, and I'm safe with you, you are safe with me. And whatever you triggered, this is the community. But it's not about pointing our fingers. It's let's work through us. I hold space for you. Let's work through each other, right? So for that reason, I stopped asking for advice to other people, because we all come in different ideas. On the broader narrative, your heart is weighing in regarding what your future belongs becoming next. This decision likely involves hard decisions such as starting or stopping a job, but it also involves soft decisions such as your feelings and the spiritual lessons or soulful cycle you are pursuing next. Thus, important to go back and forth today with what you're considering in the outer world and how that may affect your inner world, such as your heart, feelings, and spiritual goals. Each scenario must be both thought about and processed emotionally. When the heart opens and creativity comes through, net 6, you know you have reached an outcome that is plausible. Did I pronounce it right? Plausible for you. When you are on the right direction, you will discover your creativity flourishing. You may start with one idea and end up creating something entirely different and brilliant. In each of your stories today, use your heart and feelings to weigh all your options for the future. Identify the path of least resistance. Your heart and feelings are navigating delicate and sacred choices you have about your spiritual legacy and karmic lesson and soulmate relationship, or about your relationship to God. I'm going to read again. Your heart and feelings are navigating delicate sacred choices you have about your spiritual legacy, a karmic lesson, a soulmate relationship, or about your relationship to God. In any case, you must choose with your heart and select the path that you love most. A feeling of resistance is an intuitive warning. Let's really focus on that. So when you make a decision, you have to ask your heart. And feeling of resistance, if you feel any type of resistance, making that option A, decision A. And when there's a resistance, you have to stop yourself, right? So are we going to make a hard decision, or are we going to make a soft decision? So this is a perfect day to calm our mind and really ask, okay, now, allow your creativity to come into your long-term business project, manifestation plans, or strategy for abundance. Your heart may want to take the project up to a notch. Your feelings will know what's too far. Right? Anything in moderation. Anything you examine and take actions based on the harmonious heart, mind, feelings, intuition, then I think this project will really do really well, right? Where it all works well together. But if my mind says something, but your heart says yes, yes, and then so here comes heart needs to be the authority of the mind, and it's like it's instead of commanding, it's like I see you, I see you, thank you for your protection, I see your viewpoint, but this, let's make this decision. Please work with me, right? Even like working with my own fascia, working with my own body, I tell my fascia, hello, fascia, hello, let's dance with me. Let's work with me. Let's move with me, right? So in order to embody this true essence of the name of my show, adaptability, adapting to new change, and working through that fluidity inside is what's the key, and finding the perfect harmony in every moment, working together with our heart, feelings, intuition, and mind. And so this four judges, it might have more, uh, needs to work together as a team. As a team, it's a teamwork. Oh my goodness, it's a teamwork inside of our head, inside of our body, inside of our fascia. And the teamwork needs to be the teamwork makes the dream work, right? Yes. So grateful for HG experiencing California last weekend, and I appreciate your lives and authentic sharing. Oh, I love that you got to enjoy. What cards you use? The card it will count. What is the shortest meaning of fascia when someone asks? What there's so many definition. I love you too, Marianne. There's so many definition of fascia out there too, but I my definition of fascia right now in this perfect moment is fascia is a container structure. It's your big giant spider web that wraps around and holds everything inside. Your muscles, bones, meridians, ligaments, nerves, you name it, lymph node. And it's not just holds from outside, holds it from inside. So everything's kind of floating around inside the fascia. It's your container, it's your structure, it's your matrix. I can stop there if it's the shortest meaning. And this fascia always listening to your thoughts, your feeling, and react. Chemicals in your body, and emotion also chemicals in your body too. Chemicals that you put in your body, that's also chemicals. It creates a sort of like a dance. And when we're not flowy with it, it creates adhesion, this stickiness. When that happens, when our body doesn't feel safe, and then forget to flow, forget to let that emotions flow, forget to let that chemicals flow through our body, we get tight and tightens up. And that's when the compression of fascia starts. This is my definition. There's just some, I'm not a scientist. This is how I feel in my body. And so this fascia is kind of like that wounded part of ourselves. We just didn't know how to flow. So how I do is I am moving my own fascia and talk with fascia, dance with fascia, so that this wounded part of ourselves, like, oh, okay, I'm going to let it go. I don't need to protect myself anymore. Let's dance. It's time for me to bring back more flow. So fascia is water. We're moving water inside of our body. So as we move the water, bringing back more flow, As we have more flow inside of our body, our mind, our perception have more flow. So my goal in life is to bring back more flow, and a perfect flow, harmony inside our body, so that I can be fluid, adaptive, and solid, and I can live the life with so much freedom and the flow. That's the fascia for me. It's difficult for people to understand. Yes, well, they should join my Instagram live 4 p.m. today. So just to finish off, today's goal is to ground and protect your feelings so you can weigh all your options for what life may become next. If you're working to negotiate a deal with a relationship, business, or situation, you'll find the energy today to be supportive. If each party keeps an open mind and discusses their feelings, you are in a position to overcome struggles and find a harmonious solution. Your feelings will know what's fair. Allow your mind to accept what your feelings determine, even if it seems somewhat illogical. Allow your mind to accept what your feelings determine. Have a beautiful day. I accept to receive my truth today. Let's just trust that life happens for us. Okay, so the card that I normally use is it's called Shine by Brittany Carmichael. And I tap 24 times. That's the energy of today. And we pick the card. You're perfectly beautiful. You see how everything lines up. I've been talking about perfection during this live. So celebrate your differences because you're perfectly beautiful just the way you naturally are. It's easy to fall victim of obsessing over others' opinions of us. We waste time worrying if we'll be accepted or rejected by others. We wait for others to tell us we are beautiful and discredit the compliments when they come. I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain and I'm quite free. If you pull this card, it's time to stop trying to please people who are too concerned with themselves to notice your brilliance. You were created to contribute to your unique sparkle magic by just being your perfectly beautiful self. Stay true to your authentic essence and embrace your perfectly imperfect flaws. Send love to all parts of your body. We are all different, yet we all experience the same self-sabotaging thoughts and struggles. Of course, we all want to be loved by others, but real self-worth begins when you start loving and accepting yourself, color, curves, and all. It's called self-love because only you can fulfill that need. Give yourself permission to hashtag love yourself. I'm perfectly beautiful and I lovingly accept my whole self. You know, loving self is it becoming such a trendy cliche words that everybody use. Love yourself, it's like myself. But loving that most ugliest you think parts of yourself is the challenge, right? This is I don't like. But what you don't like, in order to change that, first acknowledge that you carry that part of yourself and that love that great part of yourself, darkest part of yourself. I still love myself regardless of this. And I learned to be better and forgive that part of myself that had to create this part of myself. And I love myself and love myself more. Right? We all have that. We all have that programming. So, you know, we think like we're perfect and we come across or make mistakes, or we were exposed to some parts of ourselves that it's like, whoa, I did not know I had this tendency in myself, and play victim. And wait a minute, wait a minute, pause yourself, catch yourself, and okay, what is this teaching me, right? And what do you want? And I'm always remind ourselves how powerful we are. We are alchemists. We can change dirt from gold. And I am saying this probably 4 times during this live today because I found a lot of inner peace finding that, okay, I don't like this. I don't know how to change that. And then I just remembered, oh, I can change. I'm an alchemist, right? Perfectly beautiful, loving your authentic self, right? Yes, yes, Janine. So that concludes that Instagram live today. Today is a beautiful Libra day. Libra is about finding the balance. Libra is about stop and enjoy what we have and assess, and don't forget to pay attention to our feelings and consult with our heart. And when the feeling says something and the heart agrees it, yes, yes, and the mind needs to agree, allowing the mind to agree. And that may lead to a hard decision, that may lead to a soft decision. It's all up to you. Whatever we choose, let's set the intention. We pick that least path of least resistance. We're all beautiful. We are all protected, safe, so and loved. And let's be kind to yourself when it seems like we're making that decision that is not big, but here, right? And right here, right now, and then just love yourself and focus on the inner peace and this harmonious balance between mind, feeling, heart, and intuition, so that we can really create the peace in ourselves, so that outside is going to be the reflection of that. So yes, that concludes the live. Thank you, beautiful. Okay, I would love to post that affirmation that I did earlier today, just to have that little clip. But thank you guys for being here and to co-create with me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. PST. Have a great rest of your day and keep on shining, rise and shine. Bye.